So let's start off with the free tier, right? So source code management and CI/CD. I don't even know why this is on here.
It's on here because GitHub and GitLab have both evolved way beyond a version control tool, and they have all of this different functionality in their platform. And you can see platform is the first menu item up on the top left, because GitLab does position itself as a complete platform.
Right, versus just being okay. That makes
Just
sense.
control
Now
tool.
this is the first change, right? So this is the first big change that I see here, where on the GitHub side we had unlimited users.
Yes.
You were just limited to the functionality that you would get. And this one, you are as soon as you go over 5 users or up, the moment you add your 6th player in your team, you're
You need
paying.
to go to premium,
Yeah.
and there's no middle ground. It's either free or premium. There's no standard like you'll see in upcoming when we talk about the third one
Yeah. Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah. So that's what exactly. So not to foreshadow too much, but yeah, this feels a little bit more Atlassian like,
Mhm.
right? Where we're putting a cap here. Now this is also interesting too, right? So I'm just gonna, because my
Yeah.
memory is not the best, GitHub pricing. um
And,
I
and
thought
and
this was
after we finish with this series, we'll do a series that we just do this
yeah,
comparison.
compared to the 3. So
Yeah.
we're looking at 400 versus 2000 minutes here. So
Mhm.
that is a significantly much lower.
It is. Now,
Op-
if the one interesting thing you can do, if you scroll up and move to the on-prem version, because I think we're on the cloud version,
yeah, we are.
yeah, and you notice the difference. The
Ah.
only so you no longer have to worry about the number of users, and you basically can say that you know you're doing your own thing as
So
far as storage.
so as long as you have your own infrastructure, you can use GitLab for free in a way.
Yeah, it's just the SaaS version that limits you to 5.
Wait, but then that's pretty
Very
revolutionary. Or that's enticing for a business, right? Because if you're a company, I mean, you're gonna get out some. We'll take a look at these items in a minute, right? But
No, I actually, I think it's an error with their website. I'm pretty sure that there is a minimum number on-prem to use as well, and I believe it's 5. But I thought that was interesting that it would seem to lead you to believe that you don't have licensed users at the free level.
it's still at the on premise though, you still have, as long as, but again, you're having your cost somewhere else, right? Because
Mhm.
to run all this stuff, now you need to worry about data backups, right? Because if one of your drives goes, there goes
Oh
all
yeah,
your
yeah,
data.
yeah. Free on prem is not free. You still have to maintain it. You still have
Yeah.
to have an SA, or multiple SAs. You may be running this on multiple servers. You may be federated. There's all sorts
Yeah, you
of
got to worry about firewalls and hackers and patches and yeah, so it's like it's more nightmare than it's worth. Okay, and then we got 10 gigabytes of storage versus 500 megabytes. So I guess they make up in minutes what they do in storage.
storage. Yeah, they got a better deal with the storage vendor, which I believe GitLab is back on GCP now, if I remember correctly.
That's interesting because you would think that then Microsoft owning GitHub, they'd be like, you get a lot of storage.
Everything was on Azure or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
All right, and then compute minutes. So you can buy for every 1,000, you can buy 10, and then $5 for every extra 10 gigabytes. So not too bad.
yeah, yeah, not
Okay,
bad.
I think again we'll kind of save it for another episode, but just real quickly, apples to apples, it doesn't look like you get any project management. I think that's the only thing that's kind of missing, right? The ability to track tasks, if
Yeah.
you will.
So they have something called GitLab Issues, which is available and free, um, but it's extremely limited. It's basically just a ticketing based system, not very customizable at all. So
Mm.
you can't really compare it to Jira or anything like that.
Yeah, there's a project management. They have time tracking and wiki-based documentation,
Mhm.
but it doesn't look like they do issue to Epic. What in the world is all this?
Yeah.
All right, so just expanding these things. They have secret detection, portfolio management. Okay. So
They-
a lot of missing things in the limited. Although
yes.
what would this? They have guest users with limited access. Okay.
Mhm.
So that's the free version. So again, we have 2 companies now with free versions. I'm kind of leaning towards GitHub if I had to start right now on the free version, just because I feel like I get more.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
let's go take a look at paid, because that's really where most of our audience is going to be at, right? I
Yeah,
think if you were a new company, like if you're just like a hobbyist and you're trying to get started, I'd start with all of them, try them all out.
I
But just
would too. And it also depends, like, where are you doing your software development? Are you doing it on prem or are you doing it in the cloud? If you're a
right
hobbyist, you're probably doing it in the cloud because it's just more cost effective. And there's so many different tools out there that you can use
now,
with
one
this.
one interesting thing that's not called out here, right, is free versus public repos. Are the Git If you're on the SaaS, are you public or private repos?
Your public can still use until you start paying for stuff. Is it actually spelled out here somewhere?
Well, because at the very top it says that we have for individuals working on personal and open source contributions.
Mhm.
But on a personal project, I would
It's
assume you
supposed
don't
to
want,
be private, yeah. You would think.
but it's not explicitly stated. So that's an interesting one. That's something I would want to try out by actually, signing up
Mhm.
and seeing what they give us. But if GitLab SaaS is only public, then that for me would be the showstopper, and I'd go over to a different one.
Yeah, I
But
would.
again, not on their marketing material. So GitLab, you were watching. I've been known from time to time to make vendors change their websites to add text
Well,
copy.
the fun thing is if you become a GitLab partner, you have access to update certain things. I very much doubt that you can access and update their marketing, but but you could put in a GitLab issue to directly update
Oh
something,
yeah,
and then someone will come along and update the
yep.
page for you.